Welcome back to Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy, tormented by gnomes, your game master here, joined once again by Crowan, Legday, and Lemon Kiwi. Our heroes are bearing witness to a kerfuffle with the upper faculty and a diplomatic issue with the Sky Kingdom at the moment. Just as Ica Elnao burst into Inril Untermauler's office, the words of your spell flooded her brain, and the DM remembered that he was going to draft a response in the break, and he completely forgot to do that, so he's going to have to figure this out. Okay.
Is it also 25 words?
Yes, it has to be a 25 response.
Oh.
No,
God.
you get to do the word math.
Untermauler, paranoid. Students who broke in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need your help. That's 11. Go
We've got a
to
quest.
our classroom. That's 15. Knights in crypts. 18. Don't get caught. 21. Find my book. 24 words. Careful. 25.
I translate all of that, or
I
just
was
say
about
it
to say,
right back to them.
Garnet slowly drops the hot pocket from her fingers. We've got to help.
All right.
Did Elnao just mean you or all of us, do you think?
You guys want to come with me? I understand if you don't want to and don't want to get expelled. Well, people that can expel us are more likely to get expelled than us for once. So...
That is true.
That's true. All the expelling people are currently busy.
Yeah.
However, the Slicey and Meiji ones are down here. How far is it to the crypt?
I don't
Well-
think we can go to the crypt.
The pathway to the crypt. Let me turn to the Tarslemoor map here so I can map this out. All right.
Because she said go to classroom as in meaning, like, that's what we call our study place? Or does she
Yes.
mean her classroom, like, where she teaches?
No, she means the secret place where the two of you do your studies down in the crypt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We just assume that's in the crypt because we know you fuck off somewhere. Well, it's obviously going to be down in the dark dungeon.
All right, so it's down these stairs and then down these stairs, and that'll take you into the crypt. All right, so it's not that far. You just have to get past the wardens who are still on patrol. Essentially, let me pull this up for this mode. Essentially, you need to get to this staircase here first. You could also go all the way across to this staircase if you think you would rather sneak back through here. So that's your first choice. Would you sneak to here or would you sneak to here? And in either case, you're going to need to get past the wardens, who are a little bit more wary after a creeping shadow snuck past them.
I think
However,
I might...
would
ahead.
only one set of wardens be more wary? The ones who saw the ascending Una, which is the closest staircase?
Might be safer to take the other staircase.
might have an idea. I haven't really used this in a while, but I could look like a caretaker professor, someone escorting two students who've gotten caught to interrogation. They wouldn't really question much of it,
Especially if it was Garnet and I.
especially if it was
Hey.
Garnet than you.
Hey! Well, how, oh yeah, you are quite a deceptive individual, as in your stats. So...
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
You have great stats, by the way. So...
I think you'd
Yeah,
have to try and look like a warden if you could.
Yeah, I
If
could do
it
that.
seems like the caretakers have been relieved of duty for us tonight.
Yeah.
Have we
Alright,
heard,
that's-
because we heard the knights talk, they all speak common, right?
Correct.
Okay, should be good.
Any
That's,
updates from the office in Athalor's head?
Elnao and Inril are now arguing with each other, and the student has been escorted from the room.
Okay. So they're arguing. I think it better we help out as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So do we think pass without traces for first line of defense and then have your illusion ready in case they notice us?
About that, I can't cast any spells because my aura is a concentration.
Might
Deception it
just-
is.
Deception for the go. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be 100% fine. Let's try this one out then. And Alex will take a moment, remember what the guards kind of looked like, and
Gray robes, half armor, swords.
and mask of many faces to disguise self to look like
Because
one
it's
of them.
Mask of Many Faces, that's not even a spell slot, is it?
Nope, it's
Nasty.
just at will.
Nasty.
That is alpha.
Minor illusion. It's gone. The tactical map is down.
All right.
And I guess so. Outside of the room that we are in, I guess the guard dorm. How close are the what are the names of them again? The
Wardens.
The wardens, right? How close are the
This-
wardens to like just the door?
This map isn't scale to scale, but there's essentially a warden at each of these four corners.
Okay.
And you guys wanted to be in these rooms, so let me shift that around.
Yeah. We're subtly minimized because we wanted to be in the cool burgundy room because burgundy is my favorite color.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Garnet is here. I originally had you hidden because you were down in the
Oh yeah.
dungeons. Arianna is sleeping. This is Codex gang over here. So we're going to put all the Codex people over here. All right. So that's the area that you're currently operating out of. What will you do?
All right. I think we can kind of just walk out and pretend like I'm escorting you. Like there's still some more of this, plot that hasn't been unraveled yet. Say you're being escorted into interrogation. Don't have to pretend like anything's wrong. Like anything we're
right.
trying to hide anything.
So you're just going to march him out?
Yeah. Just open the door. Have them both kind of like shoulder on both of them. Like, if anything, if they try to run or anything, I'll be able to,
Yeah.
just like grab them.
Okay.
Athalor puts on his best indignant face for having been got out of bed.
Oh my
And-
god.
And not feel like, oh boy.
All right. So the first thing I need you to do is I need you to roll a deception check with disadvantage because chat was raining down on you for not intervening earlier.
Sure.
So roll a deception check with disadvantage. You do have some inspiration.
Could I guidance myself?
You could also guidance yourself.
All right.
You're just like,
I'll do
oh
that.
man, this armor's fantastic. Guidance.
Yeah. All right. Deception, disadvantage. Let us see.
You can also spend a point of inspiration
Ooh.
if you want to neutralize the disadvantage.
If I have that available, then yeah, that would be
Okay,
wonderful.
we take the 16. I'm going to roll
And
insight.
wonderful.
for the guards.
Oh,
before
I
guidance.
thought the
so-
3 was the inside.
No. 1d3 for the guidance.
With inspiration. Thank you, chat.
Ah.
Okay. You have a 19. They have a 15. You're passing the ones who went by earlier. All right. Who are these two then?
These here are more of the suspects in the plot.
Which of these
escorting
names
into
are they?
investigation.
I thought we checked almost everyone off of this list.
There are more. They might not be on list, but that is what we are going to check.
Athalor pipes up with his usual performance of drama. Yes, and they're going to be having worse grades as you've interrupted our sleep again with your nonsense.
The sleep is the
Yeah,
least of
this
your
is
worries right
bullshit.
now. If you are involved in this,
Garnet, roll deception or persuasion. Athalor, roll performance or deception. Or persuasion. Give me one of those.
Will I need to burn an advantage? Yeah,
Ooh.
that'll be fine. Should be. Who
Uh,
knows?
all right. All right.
We should shut up.
As the warden looks at you, looks at the parchment list of names that most of which are crossed off and doesn't see these two on them, well, I'm going to need to get their names if we're going, even if they are new additions, I'll need to get their names.
Yes. You two, what are your names?
Once I observe the act of God first.
Eliminate
Manga.
variables. Disregard polyhedrons. Acquire bounded mathematics. The design is inevitable.
Huh. Where's
So
Garnet?
if I recall correctly, what this means is that D20 rolls, all rolls are a 10 until the scene is over. You roll 10 on everything.
Does that include NPCs?
Yes.
It's tens across the board, baby.
No, this is okay. We take those.
All right.
My name is not Garnet.
Yeah, so
Got him.
as,
Got him. It's a shopping day,
as
guys.
this Alex would look and be like, yes, what are your names?
One second. I'm trying to remember the name of Mr. Board.
I'm
Big gulp.
Garnet.
All right, so you gave your name as Garnet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the name of Board Boy, the other alpha?
Alozarin.
Alozarin.
Mm-hmm. What's your deception modifier? Your flat deception modifier plus 10.
My deception modifier is 3.
Sorry, what? 33?
No, 3.
3.
I said 13 and then corrected to 3.
Okay, so that's a 13. The guards, the wardens, their insight is plus 4.
Hey, I've got an acting die. Can I use that from my extracurricular?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Let's go,
God.
dude! Drama club. Fuck you, drama
All right,
club.
equal, perfectly balanced as all things should be.
This is so
Nice.
fun.
Alozarin. They look at you for a moment and write it down. With these two,
That
we're going to
checks
send
out,
one
but-
of... Sorry, go ahead.
Let's say that checks out. I think I saw that one and gesturing to Garnet, call him Alozarin. Just kind of.
All right.
Oh, it's
Glad I-
amazing how they use my name when addressing me.
And what's your deception, your flat deception modifier, Alexander?
7.
Okay. All right. With almost all randomness removed from the equation, that's good enough, and you're going to be able to talk your way past these wardens because Alexander is slippery AF.
We like this. This is good.
Okay. All right. Carry on then. You'll be heading up to the platform.
So the orientation of this, the other people went up the staircase, but to go to the crypts, you have to go down the staircase, right?
Correct. Now,
And we knew the carpets already went off of the other one. So
now you're the cartographer. What's
yeah.
what would you get if you rolled a 10 on a cartography skills check?
That'd be a 14.
A 14? Okay. So you can go down these stairs to get to the crypt. But you could also walk across this way to the Great Hall, where there's another way up to the up top, and then you could go down here.
We
Okay.
could we go up and then down this one and then back over
Yes,
this
you
one?
could also literally just... Do you want to pull that
Just
one?
do the around the world in ACD.
Yeah, might as well. With these wardens right here, yeah, I'm just I don't want to
Mhm.
risk anything else. So just go up the way that they would think that we should be going, and then try to loop around and go back down the.
All
the
right.
other ways,
All
yeah.
right.
Oh, that isn't moving.
You are now on the second floor, where there's a ton of classrooms for the most part. Whoop. And the landing platform is right across the way. But, as was pointed out earlier, you could just go down these stairs on the other side and make your way back around. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Still, escorting them hand in hand. Probably whisper out of earshot when we get up earshot. Are you both okay? Anything else that we need before we proceed here?
This formation is going to be really useful for guidance.
Yeah. Do you want me to cry? I can cry.
Do you need to cry?
I kind of
Is
want
that-
to, but I don't need to.
Okay, let's. Yeah,
It's
if
okay.
you need to,
It'll be fine.
yeah.
Thanks.
I think she should.
Of course you do. That'd be the closest thing to the truth, right? And yeah, I guess precast guidance.
All right,
Another one.
precast guidance, and a lot of you make your way down to the third floor, or the dungeon floor, which is not at the crypt floor. And you emerge right next to the maze of illusions.
All right.
There are, let's see, these are some spell platforms that you've got to the side, a couple more, mostly classrooms down here. There's a faculty office that you'll be walking right past as you make your way up and around.
I guess, Garnet, you know the way to wherever your secret
Oh, yeah.
meeting room is. Lead on from
Just
here.
like that way.
All right. You make your way down the stairs into the very depths of the crypts themselves.
Oh, this is spooky.
Oh, it's fine. You just,
Do we live
Careful
on
of the
top of a
rats.
mass grave?
Not anymore. As you walk throughout the ancient depths of this place, most of the burial chambers are empty. Perhaps the sarcophagus was here long ago, but it's been removed. Anyone
Do
with
I
knowledge?
notice
Sentient
if-
life down here?
Wait, do I know if something's changed, or is this
Roll history, Garnet.
a 17? Are we still counting the
Wait.
10 thing?
We are still counting the 10 thing. This is part of the same scene. Okay. So, Tarslemoor, the mage whose manor this used to be, who established this on the ring before it was a chapter house, went missing under mysterious circumstances. And the faculty of the academy cleaned this place out thoroughly and inspected it from top to bottom. There are rumors that Tarslemoor was involved in some illicit research. This is long before the death of Arakura and the rise of the demonic imperiums. There are areas down here that have still not been unsealed, but the dead were removed in order to make sure that this place was secure, because obviously if you're going to move a bunch of students into your school, you don't want any buried chambers of secrets that contain evil artifacts down there. That'd just be flagrantly irresponsible.
Yeah.
But nothing seems changed at the moment, though you could use survival to check for tracks and signs of passage and stuff like that.
Any survival kids out there?
No, not in the slightest.
Not the worst,
Yeah, I
but
don't-
not the best.
I don't think a 13 will.
I
have
have
a
a 0
13.
modifier, so.
Good guidance, you.
Like guidance my survival. I have a +3. I don't know. When does the +10 or the 10 wear off?
At the end of this scene,
Okay.
basically when we call it.
Just let us know.
Yeah,
Just
I'll let you
us
know.
when
It'll
that's
be a
over.
pretty clear change of pace when one scene ends and the next begins.
Well, I can try see if a 13, and if you allow the guidance, does
I'll
anything.
allow the guidance. Roll the plus 1d4.
How many student die do I get per day? Is it just for one?
17?
2. Well, how many extra? We'll cover extracurriculars actually in a moment, but they recharge on a long rest.
Alright, cool.
All right, a 17. Yes, this has been recently disturbed.
Like, not counting the tracks Elnao would have from just earlier?
Yes. You
Are
are
they,
not
like,
alone
moves
down
or-
here.
Oh, fuck. Guys, We're not alone down here.
I
Um,
wish you hadn't said that.
Well, Elna
Hmm.
said there were knights down here, I think.
No, oh, what, looking for her, maybe? The Terranimbus Knights?
Maybe.
hmm.
Okay, I think that,
I'm
better to
retrieving
play...
a book. Oh, yeah, Alex. You're interrogating me or something, right?
Yeah.
I have evidence that's in my study room
Yeah.
I
or
think we should
somewhere
try
down
for
here.
Okay.
stealth first and deception later.
Yeah.
Because if these are the Knights of Terranimbus down here, they don't care what the Wardens think.
Sure, we can try to sneak around and then to the room. You have to.
Would you like to pre-guidance me in case I have to?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I guess we try to sneakily walk around down here, assuming we haven't already been spotted or seen, and try to get to the study room.
Oh, XP.
Muted.
We are leveling up.
+1 XP.
Two.
What are your stealth
So much
checks if you
XP.
all roll 10s?
11.
11.
14.
Okay.
Oh, I can't cast anything.
You can cast anything that isn't a concentration spell.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can only maintain concentration on one spell
Oh.
at a time, but you can cast other spells while concentrating.
I'd like to cast flickering motes to every motherfucker that we see.
Okay. All right. And what are your perception rolls if you get a natural 10? Actually, what's your passive perception? It's the same thing.
12.
Yeah, 15.
12.
Okay. As you make your way down through the chambers of the ancient crypt, you perceive a shadow cast by the magical light on the wall. Whatever it is, it's not walking, it's floating through this hallway.
Like an
Is
elemental.
that one of yours?
It's not attached to me. It's not. So can I tell if it's an elemental or?
No, it looks like a
Anything about it?
natural shadow. Like an actual shadow cast by something that is
Oh.
floating midair.
Oh shit! There's something around that corner.
Do you know what that could be?
If I can see it, I can identify it.
You'll have to get closer because, again, this map is much larger to scale. Every square is at least 10 feet. You need to be much further down here if you're going to see whatever's casting the shadow from this direction.
Oh, and the room we're trying to get to is this one, like this bottom
Correct.
right one here.
All the way down there.
Mm.
We can cast some minor illusion distractions over elsewhere and make
Yeah.
a run. Can we tell based on the shape? Oh, the shape of the shadow is just floating. It doesn't have any kind of shape.
It's tall.
Are these areas at all used as classrooms?
Yes.
Like, would there be papers around that could be fruitfully gusted?
For a point of inspiration, Athalor, yes.
Okay, so...
Feeling inspired.
Well, I'm just figuring out... Do I need line of sight on it?
So is the air at a point you can see within range?
Okay, so I'd wait till, like, we're at the corner here, about to make our way down. And then over in, like, this area, Athalor would, like, cast...
That area
Gust.
is hundreds of feet away. It's like 120 feet away.
Oh.
Gust has a range
okay.
of 30 feet. Again, this map is very small, but because these corridors are much larger than they appear to be. The ruler will tell you.
All right. Okay. In which case, probably over here. How close am I to this now?
And there's a shadow over here.
Okay. Time for counter-rotating, I think, to use the MMO terms. So, you guys get ready to go down towards the study room, and when you're at the corner, I'll make a paperless distraction over here. Sound good?
And then what?
And then I'll see if I can come join you.
All right.
You have minor illusion too, right? You can use that
I
as
do.
if you need a sound distraction. If the wind doesn't catch its attention, you can use sound.
Yep.
Just don't
Seems
make
like
it
it.
loud enough to go through multiple floors, you know. We don't need any more attention.
Yeah, you're telling me.
All right, Mr. Guard. Let's go.
Yeah.
So what?
Arrest me.
Arrest me, Mr. Guard. Not in that way. I was just
Roll a wisdom saving throw for dignity.
I don't know, people were making it weird.
All right, so you're gonna cast a gust spell to cause a disturbance over on that side, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll also use minor illusion to simulate like a vase smashing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And from around the corner, floats an armor-clad Knight of Terranimbus,
Oh.
hovering above the ground.
Athalor wants to try and duck inside this room.
Okay.
So we heard the
Yeah, you guys heard the smash. That should be like
the-
a
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
go.
Did the shadow do anything?
It flickered a little bit, and then it moved away.
Can I send
Okay.
a message to Athalor? Because I saw him and then no longer see him, but I can send that through walls.
Yes, if you're in range. The range is 120 feet. You're fine.
I'll send a message to Athalor. What was that? What'd you see?
I think it's one of the Knights of Terranimbus down here. I don't know how they got clearance to be down in this crypt.
Well, if I can get it, anyone can.
Yeah, but you go to this school.
R-
As far as I'm
right.
aware, we don't have any Terranimbi students.
Okay, just
Right.
hang tight. We'll be back.
All right, I'm just going to be surrounded by whatever this room is.
The shadow goes, Alex. will-
Athalor attempts to lock the door as quietly as possible.
Okay.
Oh god.
As the two of you round the corner, you see another knight floating
Oh fuck.
and patrolling, going
Ooh.
back and forth. I hereby decree the previous scene to be over. Because if we had another commercial break, you'd look around the corner and be like, da-na-na! So, if you want to make the run past it, it's not like staring at you. It's literally floating in the corridor with its sword drawn, going from one room
cast
to the
a-
next.
I think I already cast the motes on it.
Now that
So
you
it'll
see it,
have-
you can cast the motes on it. So
Okay.
it is going to roll a wisdom saving throw. A natural
Let's
one.
go.
You
Nice.
motor to fuck, boy.
Okay, the target is beset with tiny shadows at the corner of its vision. They just like incorporate all over its eyes. So you're going to have advantage on this stealth check as well as it having disadvantage. Both of you two go ahead and roll it.
Nice. I stealth
they
with
roll-
advantage.
You're rolling
Oh,
with
yes.
advantage.
Not great.
Oh my goodness, you're both terrible.
Profoundly unlucky.
Oh, but it's more unlucky.
I
They're
am
terrible
unluckier.
as well.
The two of you smooth your way past and into the secret chamber in which you perform your shadow magic. It's a simple chamber. It's got a series of runed lights along the way and what used to be a burial bier, a platform where a body would have lied in state. The body, that sarcophagus, has been replaced with a stone slab upon which writing implements, books, various magical paraphernalia are used for the study of shadow magic. When you arrive, you do not see a book.
Shit.
The room
No, where,
is
like,
the room is illuminated by glowing blue rune lanterns.
shit. That something that hasn't been that is that what we usually use, or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, also you don't need any light. Both
Yeah.
of you can see in the dark.
So does it look like someone's been here? Because I would probably recognize the position of
Mhm.
everything since like an hour ago, right?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
23. Nobody's been in here.
So her book's not here? The hell? Do
You
I know
don't-
where she keeps her book usually?
You're not actually sure what book she's talking about. It's not like she carries a specific book around with her. This is all sort of out of the blue. Athalor, what are you doing aside from hiding in this chamber?
Can I get a brief description of this chamber, please?
Absolutely. There is an altar at the back and a ring of glowing blue rune lanterns gathered around a central stone basin. This room was once used for burial rites.
Is the altar accurate to having a gap between itself and the wall?
Yes.
Cool. Can Athalor go behind it and cast Minor Illusion
Mhm.
or Silent Image? 1 second, I need to see if there's a distinct difference between the pair.
One has sound.
Hmm. That's for 1 minute, and this is for up to 10 minutes. Okay, Athal's going to try and cast Silent Image. He's going to basically duck behind the altar
Mhm.
and try and make it look as if the altar originally like just protrudes from the wall entirely. But like
Okay.
the back half of it is fake and has his inside, and he'll settle down and listen to the Una sitcom.
Okay. Master Elnao is demanding to know why Inril is interrogating children, students, when an
That's my
envoy from Terranimbus is here asking for her head. Inril insists that he is 100% positive that there is a plot amongst the students to kill him, a plot orchestrated by foreign powers. Elnao thinks this is ridiculous, and that he is the head diplomat of the Academy, and he has a duty to represent us with the other powers of the world. And he needs to leave these 14 and 15-year-olds alone and go deal with the adults. And advocate for her, his fellow colleague. There is now yelling going on between the two of them.
Is she scary as far as yelling goes?
Do I have her stats?
Like can Una transmit fear? Does Una feel fear?
Oh god, for a shadow creature to feel fear.
I mean, if they were gonna feel
Probably
fear of
not.
anyone, it would be Elnao, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sky Elf, be scary.
She's more chastising him and running circles around him, owning him with facts and logic.
Actually.
Yes.
Actually, very into character of you.
Imril on the other side, I'm genuinely asking.
So she seems to be winning, and he finds it incredibly frustrating because he insists that he has he is confirmed. He scanned the students' thoughts. He knows they weren't lying about the plot. She says, take it to Redknop. Ask Redknop for his help. He'll sort this all out. All right? He's the chief diviner. You're the head of security and diplomacy. So go tell those glorified trash bins that I don't care what they think of what I did in the Sky Kingdom. Because if you don't, I'm going to go in and tell them exactly that. And we'll see how well that goes.
I bloody
Calm
knew
down.
it.
She's
I
popping
knew
off.
she did something in the Sky Kingdom. And Athalor's just talking to himself inside the soul to be generous.
At that exact moment, a Knight of Terranimbus like pokes his head into the door. Scans back and forth. Shuts it. Inril points at Master Elnao.
This isn't over.
Rises to his feet and storms out of his own office. Meanwhile, Garnet and Alyxander have a Knight of Terranimbus floating around the area.
If the door ever opens, Alex
Mhm.
wants to cast invisibility on Garnet.
Okay.
Our thing. I'm probably messaging Alyx and Athalor throughout this because I think it can go in a straight line as well. So I can keep Athalor in the loop.
Yes.
Just I can't find the book. I don't even know what book she's talking about.
Wait, you don't know what book she's talking about? She sent you to find something, but you don't know what it is? Are you
She
sure?
wouldn't have left it out in the open if she knew that the knights were going to come down here, right? Must be
She
hidden in
said it.
there.
She said to come to the classroom where she has a book, and
I mean,
Look,
I
look
don't
for
know.
secret switches, hidden compartments.
Yeah, better start
If she
looking
needs
around.
it, it's evidently valuable, and she's not going to leave it for someone to just find.
there's no like runes anywhere. Oh, muted.
Plus one
XP, baby!
You guys are
Rune
raking it
XP.
in. At this rate, in
Yeah.
10, 100 more episodes, you'll be level... Oh, wait, no, we're already like level 5. Yeah, 1,000 more episodes. The only runes you see in the chamber are on the lanterns themselves.
Enjoy puzzle solving, idiots.
Alex looks at the runes.
They're very simple runes. All they do is turn the lanterns on and off.
Okay.
Maybe try turning them off. We can try and see if there's anything in the dark that we're missing.
All right.
All right.
Is it just like reading these runes turns them off, or
You run your finger along them.
okay?
Or a dimmer
Try
switch
that.
rune.
All right.
Flip the switch.
One by one, the lights flicker off. And as the last one goes out, Alexander, can you see in the dark?
No.
Okay.
Whoops.
Good luck, idiot.
I got you, idiot.
In the very depths of the rock upon which Tarslemoor is built, at the very bottom of this chamber, far from the light, past midnight, in a sealed former tomb with the door shut, complete and total darkness, deeper than anything that Alexander has ever experienced. But Garnet is familiar. Garnet is one with the darkness. And as the last flickering light fades, you see a book sitting on the stone table that wasn't there before.
Go up to it, and I tell Alex I found it. So he's not in the dark, literally.
All right.
Great. Good job. Keep it up.
Metaphorically.
The cover of this book flickers almost as if it's made of smoke trapped and pressed into physical form. It has no title on the cover. It is bound with a chain as dark as night.
Can I touch the chain and see if it's something I can open?
It's freezing cold when you lay your hand upon it. How would you... It doesn't seem to have an obvious lock. It doesn't respond to
try and-
physical force.
Oh. Okay, so opening it doesn't work. I probably look to my shadow,
Mm-hmm.
Noir, and just, do you have any idea how to open this? I don't know if it would know, just looking for a... lifeline here?
When you say look at your shadow, because it's in the dark, is the room noir?
Just
Just
looking in behind
merging with
me.
everything.
I am everything.
Ultimate power. All right.
You shouldn't have given me a name.
The shadow comments that the book has no title, no name whatsoever, and it was only found in total darkness. Maybe opening it requires another absence of some kind. Outside, you can hear the creak of the knight's armor as it floats past the door.
I think
Hey.
Garnet's gonna try and like put a hand on it, maybe
Mhm.
like close her eyes and try and go into like a void type of trance to just kind of empty mind, empty everything, just trance mode and just try and see what happens.
Okay. Roll a flat wisdom check, please.
You feeling wise, punk?
A 10.
Feeling lucky, feeling cool. Lucky.
You have a
Feeling lucky.
You also have a
wisdom?
lot of inspiration.
Can I use one, please?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll that.
Can I?
And you have a lucky dice.
Lucky dice. Oh, the layers of cheese, baby. Any guidance in the chat?
Bruh, like
I'm afraid
please, one roll.
that you can't read.
You can't seem to still your mind. There's too many questions. What is this book? Where does it come from? Why didn't I know about this? It's been dark in here before. Why have I never seen it? What else is Master Elnao hiding from us? What did she do in the Sky Kingdom? Too many thoughts pop into your head for you to still your mind.
Can I pick it up, or does my hand just like go
You
through
can
it?
pick it up.
Okay. Did the sending message say to wait here, or she just said to get the book, right? From what I remember.
I think she just said, find my book. Careful.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
Alex, I can't open this right now, but we don't have time to figure this out. I'll just bring it with me and we'll go somewhere safer and figure out what to do next.
Okay, might want to wait for the rotation or patrol, whatever, out there. Could I like hear one of them like floating past?
Roll perception.
Or-
They're flying and therefore they're not stomping around, which makes it difficult to hear them.
Gotcha. But I remember you mentioned something about like one being by the door or something. Like
Yeah, it
was
keeps
that-
passing back and forth, and you
Okay.
just heard it at that exact moment.
Okay, cool. Is that perception?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, 6.
You cannot hear it.
No.
I'm sure everything is completely fine.
Where's Athalor?
He's in the room across. There's two knights though.
I can make you invisible, and we could try to meet back up with him and get out. Where are we going?
Just gotta go back to the dorms and see if I can identify this book, but we probably need to hear about the conversation that Una is listening into and
We don't
find
need
out
to.
what Master Elnao.
We don't need to meet up with Master Elnao or anything.
I don't know. I don't know what she wants. I don't even know what she's doing.
All right. Well, here is dangerous. So if the book is the best thing we have, then yeah, let's go back to the dorms. Alex will cast invisibility on Garnet
Okay.
and open the door. Still
Was-
disguised as the
As the warden.
something. As a warden, yeah.
Okay. When you open the door, the knight is floating just feet away from it in the other direction as you sort of creep it open. And because you extinguished all the lights in there, when you open it, the light does not give you away.
So it's floating which direction, sorry?
It's looking
Floating over.
down the hallway this way, but it's very
Oh,
close to the door.
A message Athalor say that we're on our way.
Side note, Athalor starts turning off the lanterns in this room as well.
Okay.
Just press the digitation on all the runes. Just dimmer switches all the way around, baby.
Clap, clap.
Okay, I'm in the room right next to the staircase. So once you get to the corner, let me know if the way out of here is clear.
Do you want me to scout ahead, Alex, or do you want to go with me?
Want to be close, relatively close, in case of anyone gets caught.
Before
Okay.
this gets too much further, I must point out that, and this is something you would know, if you cast the message spell, it will break invisibility. If you cast any spell,
true.
it will break invisibility.
Okay.
You're
No,
not
no
already busted on that. Your invisibility didn't already pop. But once you go dark, it's Bravo 6 going dark.
Alex, do you know message?
No.
Okay. We be quiet. I'll just say out on our way, Bravo 6 and go dark.
Okay.
Bravo
Yeah.
6?
What?
I think Alex. So in this situation, I think Alex isn't terribly. I mean, maybe he should be, but isn't terribly concerned about if one of these floating knights happens to see him because he is in disguise and thinks
Mhm.
that whatever he'll be able to say can get him. So at least he can just keep going forward.
Mhm.
So if this thing is like looking that direction and floating the other way, wait till it's a respectable distance away and start just walking up the hallway. Like, where you're walking, you're like not really trying to be like extra super sneaky, but you're obviously like still trying to like, have your footfalls not make that much noise. Kind of one of those. Like,
Okay.
not
Garnet,
like
roll
if
a
you
Still
stealth.
has.
spot- yeah.
Sorry.
And so
Go.
like if he's like if someone just looks at him, he's not gonna look like he's trying to just
Scarver.
sneaky,
We've been made.
through everything.
You can hear in the hall the Mountain King playing.
Yeah. Yeah, casual stuff.
Okay. Garnet, I was going to ask you to roll a stealth check with advantage. Were you going to say something else?
I was gonna, I agree that the flickering motes should still be active.
Mhm. Well, also you're invisible.
That too. So wait, super advantage?
Flickering motes.
3d20.
Duration.
I'll
It's the next check that it makes. So it's a one and done.
Oh.
You hit them with it, and their next check is at disadvantage, and then it's gone. So-
I'll take what I can get.
All right. Well, that's still enough to sneak right past it. The knight turns, Alexander, as you emerge and faces you. It whirls around with its sword, sees that you're dressed as a warden, and lowers the sword.
Yeah, Alex will nod towards it and close the door and proceed on like he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Okay. Roll a deception check, please. I would also accept
All right.
performance if you have it or want to use it.
If there's deception as an option, Alex is using it. 18.
Okay. The knight, and roll insight, please, with disadvantage because faceplate helm makes it difficult to read body language. 18.
Oh,
as well.
what the
Damn,
hell?
okay.
Damn.
All right.
You should call Garnet's good rolls.
Damn.
Yeah.
right. The knight hesitated, waiting to see how you would respond, and seemed to take you just walking off fairly well.
Good.
Like he knows he's not supposed to be here.
Okay. Noted.
Oh.
We'll deal with that in a moment, but
Okay.
let's walk towards Athalor and try to,
Athalor, what are you doing? Garnet, you're still invisible. And you, as you move invisibly, you see one of the knights floating around this corner. Athalor, you can hear it occasionally drifting past. Very quiet, but metal still makes, even sky steel makes a little bit of noise.
One sec, I'm getting the ruler out.
I'm gonna use my finger to write on Alex's back, or somewhere where he would feel the sensation.
Mhm.
I'll write distraction, DIS, blah blah blah, and I'll walk
Don't worry, I'm already on
over
it.
here. and I'll just keep walking.
Alexander,
way.
roll a perception check to see if you can interpret that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in real life, I probably wouldn't. Like, what was that?
Like D.
You have to make big letters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Oh.
really sure. These
What is
nuts.
touching me right now? These nuts.
All right, Garnet, weird time to try to, prank me, but sure. All right.
Athalor's been hearing this fucker for a
Mhm.
while. So he knows that they're very proximal, probably just going up and down here.
Mm-hmm.
So Athalor's going to look to do a one and done and run.
Okay.
He is going to cast Minor Illusion, which has a range of 30 feet, into
Mhm.
this room. And then afterwards, make a runner up there if things go well.
Oh, are you? So, what minor illusion are you projecting?
He is going to use a sound Minor Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Vindor. And invoke the name of their lord.
Great. Roll 1d100.
Oh my god.
Does it count if it's not Athalor saying it? If it's just an illusion?
If the word is spoken, 68. You were this close.
That was
What is
almost
69 the word that summons it? What?
Vindor looks up from his throne. The hair on the back of his neck extends. Nice.
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 This one was like a roar, but I can't do it right now because it's super fucking late.
All right.
Alex
Give me an
is running
Arcana
the
check.
corner.
Arcana. Okay. How many advantage do I have left, and will I need them? You know what? I'm good.
All right. The knight floats off, and you make a dash for the stairs. Garnet, it looks like you're going all the way around to these stairs over here, right?
Yeah. Does that go to the same kind of area?
Yeah, roughly. Alexander, which stairs are you going up?
Whichever ones we went down, which
You came
think they're
down these
these ones.
stairs.
yeah, the one that
And also, I don't know how much you can see of where Garnet's not going up these stairs.
I mean,
Yeah,
Garnet
I
is
don't know. I
invisible, so
felt
screw it.
felt whatever letters. I'm like, these nuts, sick. Okay,
These
cool.
nuts,
I'm gonna go up the
sick. Okay.
stairs. Yeah,
Good prank, Garnet. Not the time.
good one.
This is an underground level, so let's just go ahead and boop, do that. All right.
Oh, I am
So
not connected.
the two of
Oh,
you
boy.
would have emerged from these stairs near the illusion classrooms, the maze of illusions, the casting circles, and this staircase. Garnet emerged in the other basement. The way up is over here.
Athalor inclines his head to Alex.
Go up the
Officer?
stairs.
Kind of nods towards Athalor and looks around and kind of whispers, Garnet, where are you?
These nuts. I don't know.
Well, we've lost
Did you lose
Garnet.
her?
Apparently, she was invisible, and we were leaving. It's fine. Let's get out of here. We're gonna go back to a dome and try to do
Sounds
something
like a
with the
good
book.
idea.
Maybe she just ran off there. That's fine. Just act like I'm escorting Athalor and just start walking back to
All right.
to the dorm.
We
And
make
if
our way
we-
back up to the next floor.
Yeah.
Garnet would emerge. Where the
Right in front of a fucking guy.
Yes, right in front of the wardens, but invisible.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Garnet, roll a stealth check with advantage to sneak your way past the guards.
This would be a bad time to fuck it up.
Nope, an 18. All right, you creep
Nice.
very quietly. It's a good thing robes aren't that loud. Right past them. There's only the issue of opening and closing the door, because the door to your room is closed.
If only a distraction were incoming.
Mhm. All right, so how are you going to
Speed
get
walking
back
back
in
to
the
the
room, the two of you? They saw you leaving, escorting this person. They saw you escorting two prisoners away.
Mhm.
How are you going to get
Alex-
back in here?
Yeah, Alex is just gonna walk until someone addresses him. Just walk back to the room.
Mhm.
He's prepped for this.
Where's the other one? Elozrin. Wait, no, this is a Lozern. Where's the other? The girl, Garnet.
You forgot my name. I see you're excellent at your job.
So this one was cleared. The other is still being interrogated. There might be more there with her.
Roll a deception check, please, with disadvantage.
Damn right, I was cleared. You've interrupted my sleep again.
13, but we'll
nothing.
cash in an adaptive.
All right,
1d4
all right. I
skill
like
check
it.
once per day.
Ooh.
Okay. 14.
Didn't you guidance yourself? I totally remember you guidancing yourself. You know when
I
you
got a
put
natural
on body
20. I don't
armor
know.
Yeah,
I don't think we can cheese our way past the next 20.
we're rolling with this one. Ooh. Yep, Alex has said what he said.
All right, hold up. Before you let this one go, we want a word with him.
More of you people.
I would say,
Why?
say off you go
What do
then.
you want?
And then Alex will like stand in the area as if just like
Mhm.
overseeing this interaction. Won't like ditch him.
Okay. Your name was Lozern, yes? What's you're a 5th year?
Yes.
And who are your closest compatriots here at the school?
I'd say Zena's probably up there, but don't tell her that I said so. I'll never hear the end of it.
And
I'm
where? What studies are you taking at the moment?
Numerology, of course. That one's an absolute pain. World studies, arcane theories and proofs, and yeah, like. Are you checking me on the 5th year curriculum, Warden?
And which elective are you taking?
Which elective am I taking? I'm taking Otherworld Studies, of course.
All right. I've noted all of that. Let's go ahead and check in with student records, which is right down the hall. One of the wardens leaves, replaced by another, and goes right over to this little room over here. Student records.
Oh.
You
Fuck.
cheeky bitch. Said the consequences of my action.
Garnet, you're close enough nearby to hear all this, and Alexander, you haven't gone too far away. There's still one warden guarding you. What would you like to do?
If only warlocks had more spell slots, but it's fine.
Same.
So it's just the warden that went off to the room.
One warden?
Athalor's still
Yeah,
here?
so there's now only 2 wardens guarding the dorms.
While the warden's leaving, I'm casting a telepathic bond on him. The one who's going to student records.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wait, you just broke the one with Elnao or Una though. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think that they were done up there.
Are they done up there?
I mean,
Well,
Inril left.
Inril left, and Elnao also left. So
And Una was on
Una
the
would have a
outside,
little
so-
time to go somewhere else and do something else. How would you want to direct Una during that time?
Probably just follow Elnao
Okay.
best that they can.
Mm-hmm. All right. As Elnao walks out, hesitates a moment, and then walks out, Una scurries up. Roll me a stealth check with advantage for Una, please.
Okay. 20 plus 5, roll 1d20 plus 5.
Okay. Not even the Master of Arcane Devastation herself notices the Shadow Imp.
It's just within the time that Athalor still has the telepathic bond.
Yeah, this is a slight retcon, a slight backtrack.
Yeah, because we had a long time where we didn't really do any back and forth there.
Mm-hmm. All right. She's not going into the same room that Untermauler is going into. She is instead going into a conference room where multiple of the Kizjan are being held, which is the room that they were walking into after the office, along with the wardens. And she is checking in on them, making sure that they're all right. Not being super compassionate and caring, but just asking them some very basic questions if they're okay. And the wardens aren't really questioning her on it either. Just seeing if they're too thoroughly traumatized or not. And then at that point, you had to break the telepathic bond to connect it with the guy who's about to go into the Hall of Records to call your bluff.
Mm-hmm.
Are Alexander or Garnet doing anything?
Yes. Alexander turns his thoughts internally towards the messenger.
This guy's about to get absolutely stabbed.
Oh, he's getting fired. You're getting fired.
That says, wouldn't be any room for a bit of a trade here, now would there? You help me, I'll help make sure your goals are met, involving a certain potential war criminal, Master Elnao.
And what goals do you perceive, young warlock?
Expose, or at least first figure out, what actually happened there.
Agreed.
Wonderful. And Alex walks towards the Hall of Records.
Okay. Garnet, while this internal monologue was occurring, were you taking any action?
So I can see and hear this happening.
Mm-hmm. You're close enough nearby. You're close to the door to your dorm room. You just couldn't open it because it was being watched. There's now one warden nearby, and Alexander, dressed as a warden, is walking away. You are invisible. What would you like to do?
Gonna follow.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Garnet, the warden, and an Infernal all walk into the Hall of Records,
I'll walk into a bar.
which is actually over here.
Uh,
Okay. You creep up invisibly behind him. Alexander, you are following. And Athalor, you are telepathically bonded. Let's go back to you. What are you planning? I want to see these three plans just...
Athalor's feeling a little bit desperate with the events of the night
Mhm.
and calls upon his guest.
Okay. Your guest is taking a little bit longer to show up than usual. I think this happened the last time also.
The connection is growing weaker. We must feast on blood.
Yes.
Wanted to show me the power of the mind? I've made a little pathway for you, and I need a favor.
Proceed.
I've linked myself to this warden. They're about to reveal my deceptions. And that might have some knock-on effects that take us out of this school year quite promptly. Fancy, doing something a little bit debilitating. Please don't kill him.
Assuming direct control.
Okay. Several things happen at once. The warden sets
Bruh.
his hand on the doorknob and rolls, let's see. Rolls on a wisdom saving throw. Yes, a wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to apply disadvantage here because disadvantage was given to the caretakers a while ago and none of the caretakers have done anything. So we're going to apply it here.
Nice.
Oh shit, I just realized that Despair's Herald is probably going to clock onto this as well. We'll be like, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's time to arrange a meeting.
More spiritual admin.
Okay. Athalor, you feel the mind of this warden, a hardened warrior trained in the arts of magic and spell breaking, peel like an orange, first under the top layer, splayed open, then plunging into the wedges between. And the warden stops. You feel every synapse, every neuron pulsing through this creature's mind. One, as if through a layer of fog, as if with semi-numb hands. And yet his hands are your hands. And his eyes are your eyes. You can feel your uncle completely crush the warden's will and seize control of his mind and body. At that moment, Alexander walks up with freezing cold power arcing through his soul. What does he do?
Alex was planning on, once he got toward the individual didn't open the door yet, right? They're like
He
handles
was
on the door.
just
and they
about
stopped.
to, yes.
Alex would have said, you should have left well enough alone, and then opened the door in his mind to then let whatever Mester wanted to do.
Okay.
He's getting spit roasted by stands, man.
God damn.
Okay. At that moment, the two entities become aware of each other. Because, Athalor, you can hear Alexander say you should have left well enough alone. And the inner chambers of the warden's mind flare up with neural activity, activated in the sections of the brain that govern memory and pain. And whereas Uncle had seized control of this creature's nervous system, preparing to use it like a puppet, this new presence, this new force that floods into his mind, chisels and unearths deep memories of trauma, of loss, of failure. Every single mistake that this creature has ever made brought up to the forefront, and you have a front row seat to all of this. Roll a wisdom saving throw, please, Athalor.
Where are you, character sheet?
Better be feeling wise today.
I am feeling very wise, cuz. What time to have advantage?
Oh.
Or a lucky dice? I haven't used any of those.
Do you
yet.
have advantage? Let's take a look here.
I've got the cheese stack.
Yes, you have one left.
Let's go and see if I don't die. Less death, maybe.
Okay. All right. Alexander, you witness, replayed as if you were experiencing it yourself, yet at an emotional distance. And Athalor, you also experience this warden fighting against the Raveners, hesitating for a moment as a Ravener was about to attack a fellow warden, just hesitating to catch his breath, and the Ravener cleaves his friend in two, and just, he dies, his guts spill out onto the blasted, salty landscape directly in front of him because he waited for a fraction of a moment. You live that moment again and again and again and again, all within the blink of an eye. Garnet, what are you doing?
Just watching, just being very observant
Popcorn.
of what the fuck is happening.
So you just walked up and you saw this warden place his hand on the doorknob. You heard Alexander say you should have left well enough alone. Roll an insight check, please.
Oh, please. Feeling so insightful.
17. You see the warden freeze and has involuntary neural facial tics. you recognize that something just happened to his body. Then you see the blood drain from his cheeks, and his eyes go cold as horror makes a home in his heart, and the hope is drained from his life in a fraction of a moment, completely paralyzed and utterly demoralized.
I close the door.
Okay.
You see the invisible, like you just hear it, see the door
Clunk.
close on its own.
All right. Also, Alexander, while you're witnessing the worst moment of this man's life over and over and over, the
Worst moment so far.
worst moment so far, you become aware of another presence. It's like tendrils extending from beyond the astral plane into this creature's memories, into its neural pathways. It's a physical, it's physiological. It's not this psychological, spiritual harm that you're unleashing upon this warden. Roll an insight check, please.
Okay. 6.
You have a couple of inspirations floating around. You
If I
have
do,
one. You have
yeah.
one.
I'm using it for this. Okay, a 9.
Okay.
Aw,
69.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right.
Vinder, here's you.
This is getting rather crowded. Who do we have here?
Athalor, you heard that.
Athalor at the moment is like almost frozen in place. The color's drained from his cheeks as well as he's wasn't quite prepared to see the reality of a real war. As someone who's lived an incredibly sheltered life thus far, the reality of war is kind of like freezing him while his other half does most of the work.
This connection is causing you harm. Permanent.
The guard takes his sword from its scabbard. There's a flash of steel, and blood spills across the floor. The warden's own blood. And we'll convene after the holiday break on the next episode of Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy. Yay!
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.